We are back and we want to talk to you guys today about selling our property. We are selling our vintage mobile home on 3 acres with a pole barn, a garage, and a 100-year-old brick schoolhouse. It is a very unique and cool property, and we put it on the market and we thought it was going to sell fast. But throughout this process, we have been learning that this is going to be a lot more difficult than we anticipated. So we're going to share some of the things, some of the problems that we've been running into and our plans going forward, I guess. Now, our property has been on the market for, a month and a half maybe.
Yep.
And we have actually had a lot of interest and many showings. It's been actually really excellent, but no offers, no serious offers. And we're going to talk about why. First, we have this mobile home and you can see it's awesome. We just cleaned it up so much. We put so much work into it. It is clean. It is like
perfectly move-in ready. Just awesome.
When we put it on the market, we knew that mobile homes were tough to sell, but we were under the assumption that you still could get a loan if you had good credit, if you had a good down payment, you could get a loan. We found out that that is a total myth. No banks are willing to loan on a single wide mobile home. It's that simple.
Yeah, like none.
And that totally changed everything because we were thinking, okay, people could buy this property
and get a mortgage or whatever.
It doesn't matter that we have the schoolhouse. It doesn't matter that we have the barn, the garage,
land, nothing.
3 acres. Our mobile home is actually sitting on a permanent concrete slab foundation, strapped down. Everything's proper. Everything's perfect. HUD standards. Everything's good.
It's after the 1976 date.
But since it's a single wide mobile home, no banks will touch it. We have called many banks, local banks, big banks.
Our agent has tried calling places. Nobody will do it.
And that was a shocker to us. So we learned that a bank, in most situations, we're talking about our area, it might be different in your state. In this area, a bank will not touch a single wide mobile home. So this became a cash only sale.
Yeah.
Only cash buyers can buy this property. And that is crazy because that limits our buyer
to a very
pool.
Small amount.
Yeah. So that kind of was like, ooh, that's worrying.
Yeah. And then we're thinking, well, it's so cool. Somebody's got to want it.
Well, because of that information, and it was 30 days on the market, and we said it's time to adjust our price, and we dropped our price down to $79,900 from $89,900. So we dropped it $10,000.
And that was about like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 30 days in.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do that because we wanted, we realized cash only is going to narrow it down. We got to be a little more aggressive. The price drop was good. People are still interested in the house, but it's proving very difficult to find somebody who has the cash. They got to have $80,000 in cash that they want to put on this property. So that's the number one thing. If you guys are looking at a property, you're looking into homesteading, you're looking into anything, you want to move, if you're looking at a single wide mobile home, be careful and realize that
you're going to have a hard time reselling it if you ever need to.
The resale value will always be hindered by the fact that it will have to be a cash sale. Now, the second problem that we've been having in selling this house was totally unexpected.
Yeah.
It didn't even cross our mind that this would be a problem. People have been coming to our house and they've been liking the house. They've been having the cash, so they're ready. They love it. They want to see it.
They have plans of doing stuff with the schoolhouse.
And we
They're
have
excited.
Yeah, and we have gotten at least 4 people who've commented on this. Some people haven't left any feedback, so we don't know. They walk away from the property because of our neighbors. We never even anticipated that. Our neighbors over here, and I'll kind of show you, right back here. I can't see. Over here. You can't see much. But our neighbor's property is messy. It's not terrible, but he's got cars, he's got tractors, he's got parts, he's got stuff. And he owns both sides of the road, so he has stuff on both sides.
Yeah.
And
He owns both the houses on either side.
that has been the number one negative comment that we've gotten is
They don't like seeing that.
they don't like seeing all the junk as they come to the property. They don't want to live next to a messy property.
Yeah.
It was weird because we don't think of it that way. Like, we don't even notice it. We don't think about it.
We don't care. It doesn't bother us.
What our neighbor does on his property is his thing as long as it's not hindering us, and it hasn't until now. It's his thing, you know, and that was shocking to us too because I guess we just didn't think of it. It didn't cross our mind that our
Yeah.
neighbor would be an issue of selling this property. We have bushes, we have fences, and you can't see it from the property, but you pass it on the way into the
And I
property.
still don't even really notice it. I don't even care about it.
Yeah. We're very easygoing people, so we don't care. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother us, but apparently it bothers a lot of other people. So now we've narrowed down our pool to people who,
Have cash.
well, want the property
Yeah.
and want to take on the schoolhouse, have the cash to do it, want to buy a mobile home, and don't mind the mess.
Yeah.
So our pool keeps shrinking.
To like nothing.
Yeah. So out of all of our showings so far, I think only one person has commented on the road noise, right?
So that's pretty good.
Yeah. We thought the road was going to be the major issue, but it's been the neighbors.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming. So we're kind of in a stuck situation right now where we don't know what the future holds for us. We thought the house would sell quick because it's unique and the price was right.
We have like the lowest priced property like in a huge area here.
Most of the properties around us, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. I mean, high.
Yeah.
And we're selling for 80.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the price is right. The area is good. The neighbors are bad. Our neighbors are great. They're very nice
Yeah.
people.
Awesome.
But the neighbors are devaluing our property.
Yeah.
Our plans going forward are to be optimistic. We have no intentions on hassling our neighbors, so we're just going to wait and see what happens. I don't really feel like lowering our price is going to help any, because nobody's really complaining about the price as much as just the property, the location, the other things. So lowering your price could possibly help, but I don't know if it would help enough. We've only been on the market for about a month and a half, so we still have time. We're still doing good. And some of you guys know that we did put an offer in on another property, anticipating that this one would sell quick. That is probably the biggest concern on our minds at this point, is that other property. We're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's all we can do at this point. Like, worst case scenario, we can't sell the property. We're heading into winter, and there's no buyer in sight. We lose the property we have an offer on. Everything falls apart just like that. Our options are to hold with it and just ride it out and try to see if somebody eventually comes along. Or alternatively, we could go in and start working on the schoolhouse. There's nothing on this property we can do to make it more valuable. Like, the mobile home is done. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do to that. The land, you can't increase the value anymore. The barn, nothing. The only thing that can increase value is the schoolhouse, but only if we complete it.
Fully completed into a home. That
Because-
way people can get a mortgage on it.
Right. Getting to where a bank will finance it is the best thing you can do for this property.
Yep.
But that would take a ton of money, a ton of time, and we wanted to move on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a realistic option, but it's the worst case scenario is we just stay and start working on the schoolhouse
Yep.
and see where that leads us. That's not ideal. It's tough. Selling a property can be very tough. Maybe we shared something with you guys that will help you in the future so you don't get stuck with a single wide mobile home that you can't sell. And also, I guess you got to look at everything. You got to look at your neighbors, the neighborhood, just every little thing that, people aren't just looking at your property, they're looking at the big picture, and it gets tough.
Yeah, it does.
Like I said, it's only a month and a half in, so we're not too discouraged. It's just frustrating to get 10 plus showings or whatever and have no real interest and keep
No
getting the
offers.
same comments over and over.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that's out of our hands, so that's kind of frustrating. If we could change something, we would, but we don't feel like there's anything we can do at this point. So that's the update on our home. We'll definitely keep you up to date if anything else happens. That's it for now. So, until next time, take care.
Bye.